The AQI is rising steadily. A lot was said about blame games and farm fires and internal reasons for pollution. But after a decade, where do we stand now? What sort of solutions are we looking at right now? Or should we just give up hope and be ready for the next edition of the Lung Burn Festival that Delhi has started celebrating? It's a depressing situation, and just to show you what the situation right now is, let me start with the environmentalist right here. In his meter, I have Dhar Gupta is an environmentalist. Your meter, Dhar?
About 340 is what we are looking at the AQI.
And what should the AQI ideally be?
It should be under 50. And you know, we have barely 3 to 4 days where the levels are under 50.
So what is supposed to be 50, and Joseph is going to show you, what is supposed to be 50, as we speak right now, is at 350 plus. Yes, 350 plus. And this, as we enter into the night, is only going to increase.
I say by midnight it will be over 500.
And maybe around Christmas this will be 999.
So, you know, the good news, bad news is, well, the good news is that the Parali smoke has still not hit Delhi because the winds are out of the south-southeast. On November 8th is when the winds are out of the northwest. That's when the real problem starts, and you know, I think we're going to see numbers.
And your meter at that point will go beyond 999.
It doesn't have a 4th digit.
Yeah.
So it's going to stop at 999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that we keep facing. Imagine something that's supposed to be 50
every year
is 350 right now.
Yes.
And this will become 999.
That's right.
Only because the machine cannot measure.
That's right.
Which means it's much higher.
I mean, this kind of exposure to these black carbon nanoparticles is unprecedented. And the fact that it happens in our national capital region every year from Dussehra to Holi, that kind of long-term exposure, I mean, we're talking about years of life lost from living and breathing in Delhi of 8 to 10 years. Of everybody, you know, child, adult and senior.
Is that what we see, the haze on North Block and South Block? Is that the suspended particulate matter?
That is the suspended particulate matter. Those lights are doing a great service for us this evening.
Yeah.
And
explaining to us what the problem is.
It's a great visual reminder of where we live and how pathetic our conditions are.
I mean, it may look nice that there is a sort of a laser beam, but that's actually a problem.
That is a huge
It's not beautification as
It's
this.
a health emergency. It's a public health emergency, Sanket, and I want to tell you that this is more serious than COVID, but we minimize it year after year because this is just a regional problem. It's not a global problem. Let me tell you, just in 2020, 17 lakh people died in India from air pollution, and that year COVID was responsible for 2 lakh deaths. Okay, so we are minimizing this huge problem, and it's not only a Delhi problem.
And localizing it.
And localizing it as a Delhi problem, it extends from Punjab to Bengal.